This is the second video going over the AP testing guide. And the first video I spent time just going over assignments, schedule, extra credit, as well as your AP exam ticket, e-ticket. But in this video, we're going to continue with this guide and go through the steps to take before exam day, and then exam day experience, as well as exam scores, credit placement. All right, so again, I want to have a live Zoom session just to go over this in more detail. Hopefully you guys are all watching these videos, but if there's additional questions or there's anything that you want me to go over that I did not answer, or to answer questions more clearly, I'll have a help session that Tuesday, tentatively at 4 p.m. I'll send out a Zoom link. And I also want to have some additional help sessions leading up to your AP exam on Tuesday, so Friday through Monday afternoon or early evening. All right, so your exam detail page, which you have a link to this. I'm basically just going to go over the marked up version with notes. I'm going to go over the video 2 here. So 5 steps to take before exam day. First, review your contact information. If you aren't receiving emails from the AP program, log into your My IP page to see your email address you use when you register to test. So I've contacted the students who are using or who had Fulton County email. So I think for everyone that has changed. So hopefully you're not getting any issues with receiving emails from College Board. Second, check your tech. Choose and prepare a device and documents you'll use. And hopefully you'll be able to practice either on your phone or preferably on your tablet device. Number 3, practice submitting your response. There is a AP exam demo that you have on the link that I sent you, but they say that there's going to be a updated one on the 4th, so if you want to try this weekend, that's fine, or you can wait till the 4th for me to update this link or to confirm this is the link that they're using. Okay, and then you're going to gather what you need for each exam. Exam day docs. I think for us, we're not going to see a whole lot of information or documents that we're going to need, but hopefully we're gathering additional material that you're going to use to help prepare and have all the resources that you need in front of you for the AP exam. And also, you're going to be receiving, make sure you are receiving that e-ticket email, which you will get on the May 10th, 2 days before your AP exam. But you can also pull this e-ticket information from your My AP account on May 10th as well. All right, so reviewing your contact information, make sure that you're able to get onto this page, you're able to see your information, and just to confirm that, yeah. Choose your tech, choose your device. So just read through this. Again, if you are able to log in, if you're able to get into the AP exam demo experience, then you know that that you'll be able to move forward. Let's see where that page go. Right, so if you can get into this exam demo, that means you're going to be able to, you have everything that you need in terms of your browser, in terms of your everything being ready to go. We're not going to be typing our documents, but obviously read through this page if you're going to be using for your other AP exam where you may be applying this. Okay, so we're going to be handwriting our work. So you're going to be using white paper. I think you can do lined or unlined. Standard size 3.5 by 11. Use number 2 pencil or pen. And I will prepare 10 pages. Okay, so before your test day, prepare your 10 pages by writing your AP ID, your initials, and the page number at the top of each page. So for question 1, you're going to number 1 through 5, and for question 2, you're going to number 1 through 5. And then within each question on the day of, then when you start taking the test, then you're going to see A, B, C, D, E, however many letters in alphabetical order. But you can just get these 10 pages set up and ready. That's just one less thing for you to worry about on test day. I think I showed this on a previous video, but you're going to prepare 10 pages, and each page you're going to put your ID and your initial, and then number your pages 1 through 5 for problem 1, and then for problem 2, you're going to also number 1 through 5. Again, if you make a mistake, just cross it out. Don't try to erase, don't bother erasing, and just continue your work below. All right, your AP exam demo, this should be ready by Monday, the 4th, so hopefully you all will get a chance to do it on Monday, and then Tuesday when you meet, if you want to get on with me on Zoom, you'll be able to have some additional, more specific questions that maybe the exam demo was not able to answer for you. So I think it's good if you can do this May 4th. That way, if you have any questions that stems from this AP exam demo experience, we can address that Friday. That Tuesday, the 5th, when I have that Zoom session with you all. So you're going to go to cb.org AP demo on the 4th, or if you want to try that trial version on Friday, the 1st, you can do that. So in my head, this is the ideal setup. Obviously, you're going to adjust based off of whatever is suitable for you, but this is just me thinking out loud in terms of the ideal setup. I would use a tablet to take the test because it can do what the phone can do. It can take pictures, but you have the advantage of a larger screen. Less scrolling. It can be annoying having to scroll back and forth if you want to look back at part A, but you're working on part C, and not being able to see everything. And then also there's a timer on that page as well. So there's a lot of things going on. I think the larger the screen, the better. Okay. I would use laptop and desktop not for taking the test, but use it for accessing your downloaded PDFs and resources that you already have. Maybe it's from my website that you want to download PDFs of worksheets, of resources, of FRQ solutions. So I think that would be good to have laptop, desktop, not for taking the test, but use it to access resources that you want to store on your computer. And then hopefully you also have a folder with organized notes, practice FRQs, summary sheets. And so I would try to avoid accessing resources online during the exam, even if it's off my webpage. 2 reasons. One is security issues. We don't want to there may be some security checks that they have in place that may make it look suspicious on your end if you're trying to access resources online. I'm not saying that's the case, but that's just a possibility. And also, the second thing is, if you have everything downloaded as PDFs and resources on your computer, then you're not having to deal with internet lag, because time is of such an essence on your exam that anything that takes a long time to download or to see, that's just going to be precious time that you're unable to work on your test. So yeah, so that's my that is College Board's preference and advice to avoid as much as you can trying to access resources online. All right, so what you want to do is you want to have your exam ticket email. You want to have your exam day checklist printed out. That way you can have everything next to you and that you're making sure everything is in order before you submit. And the exam day checklist is it's going to look like this. 2020 AP exam day checklist. And I have this on your page here. Yeah, so right here, College Board Exam Day Checklist. You can print this out and have this ready next to you on the day of the test. Okay. Let me find the page I'm on here. So again, you want to make sure that you print out as much as you can the class notes and study guides that you want to use. AP exam day docs, they say that for AP exam, keyboarding tip sheet for 2020 AP Calc exam. I think you only need this if you feel like you don't want to do a photo of your work, but you would rather type in your responses. I just feel like this is going to take a long time to do, and ideally that you're taking photos of your work. It's just a lot faster. But I mean, if students feel like you prefer to do it this way, then you can print this out. There is a tip sheet that will tell you how to take your handwritten notation into a keyboarded form that they will accept. Again, this is messy, and I prefer that you guys just do your work on paper and then take a picture and submit it rather than have to go through, this having to type everything out. I think that just adds to a complexity that you don't need. But it's here for you if you need it. I'm going to skip over the pages that don't apply. These are not for AP Calc page. All right, advice about optional resources. So this is what College Board says. Internet searches will waste your time and put you at risk of an exam violation. The more time you spend searching the web, the less time you spend answering exam questions. Internet-based facts aren't relevant to AP exam. And then copying from websites, social media, online forums, consider plagiarism. And here you can look at AP Open book tips that they have. And I've said this before, but even if you're wanting to pull information from my webpage, preferably you've already identified those things and you've downloaded those PDFs onto your desktop and laptop. All right, so on May 4th, you will get an exam confirmation just to make sure that you're able to receive emails from College Board. This is not the day that you will receive your e-ticket, but just to make sure that you are receiving their email, you can check on May 4th. And then 2 days before your exam, or before each of your exam, for your Calc exam, it'll be Sunday the 10th, you will receive that AP Calculus e-ticket. And remember, you'll need to click on your e-ticket containing your AP ID to access your exam. All right, complete your AP exam checklist. Okay, so cb.org AP checklist. This is also on the page that I sent you. And it's going to look like this. I don't think this is one that you're going to have to turn into College Board, but I think it's good for you to fill this out just as a checklist. Make sure that for each exam that you are not skipping any steps. So there's 2 pages of this. You can read through this on your own time. Okay. Again, I have this on the AP exam details page, AP exam day checklist. All right, moving on to exam day. So on exam day, you're going to be Hopefully you've already received your e-ticket and you're ready to go. Okay, sorry for that lag. Hey, hopefully you're ready to go at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Time, and you're going to be checking into your exam using your e-ticket 1:30 p.m. 30 minutes before the start time. Okay. Now, when you get into the exam 30 minutes before, you're going to be completing some identity information. So that's why you need 30 minutes, just because of all the things that they're going to ask you to provide for them or answer for them before the exam starts. Okay. And sorry, I should be looking at this side here. This is the 2-question exam. So you're going to be completing identity information, and there's going to be a timer that's going to count down to 2 p.m. Okay. Now, when the exam starts, question 1 is going to just suddenly appear. It's going to appear, and it's 25 minutes for you to work on the problem, and then 5 minutes to submit. But what you're going to see is you're just going to see a timer for 30 minutes. Okay, you're not going to see it broken down into 25 and 5. It's just going to be 30 minutes, and it's going to start counting down from 30 minutes. What's going to happen is when it reaches 5 minutes, the timer is going to turn red, and I think you have to get a pop-up screen indicating that there's only 5 minutes left. Now, when 5 minutes shows up, you're going to start submitting your response. Okay, that means you're going to start getting your tablet or your phone ready to take pictures of your work, and then you're going to start submitting. Now, you could wait with only a minute remaining, but then you're running the risk of not being able to submit everything through. So to be safe, stop what you're doing 25 minutes in, and then just make sure you have everything ready to go in terms of submitting, because this process may take a few minutes, just to taking picture part of it, submitting it, and all that. So you want to make sure you use that full 5 minutes to submit everything you need to submit. And then consider setting your own timer for 25 minutes. That way you have a audio reminder. When that timer goes off, you will know, okay, there's only 5 minutes remaining, and because you may be distracted working on the problem, and you may not see that 5 minute turning red on your screen. So then after 5 minutes, even if the system is still uploading your number 1 FRQ, it's okay. Your screen will just move you to number 2 while the problem is still loading in the background. So if your JPEG is still loading, it's okay. It'll load in the background while you start number 2. Now, when number 2 starts, you're going to get a timer that's going to start counting down from 20 minutes. So it's not going to be broken down into 15 and 5. It's just going to be 20 minutes. And then, again, same procedure. I would consider setting a timer for 15 minutes for question 2. That way, when 15 minutes run out, you'll know 5 minutes remaining, and then you're going to be turning in, submitting your response to the web page in this allotted time. Okay, I'm going to skip music theory, skipping world languages. All right, testing environment. Do your best to test by yourself in a quiet room, remove distractions. Let your household know that you'll be testing so you don't get disturbed. Make sure your device is plugged in. If you have limited bandwidth, ask others on your network to limit their use of internet, such as streaming Netflix. And then have your checklist and any required documents next to you. All right, exam security. You may not incorporate work which is not your own, and you may not provide or receive aid of any kind from anyone. To identify students attempting to receive help through a web, phone, or social media, sophisticated detection technologies and processes will be applied. Most of these techniques will remain confidential to maximize their effectiveness. We will be monitoring social media and discussion sites to detect and disrupt cheating. We may post content online designed to confuse and deter those who attempt to cheat. Attempts to cheat will be detected immediately during testing or will be identified in June and July simultaneous with exam scoring. In addition, students' exam will be scanned by plagiarism and detection software through shared, could be shared directly with their teachers. Students found in violation of exam security will face consequences, which can include having their names reported in college admission offices for attempted cheating or your exam scores being canceled. So I think these are risks that it's just not worth taking. Again, try to limit your online searches, and that way you can avoid the appearance of potential cheating. So just have all of everything that you need in PDF form, directly on your laptop, stored on your laptop. So there's none of this can be put on you. Okay. All right. Now you're going to be checking into your exam at 1:30 or 30 minutes before the start of your exam, depending on which exam you're taking. It's going to be at either 12, 2, or 4, but for AP exam, it's going to be at 2 o'clock. So you'll be checking in at 1:30. You need to spend a few minutes passing through various security filters to confirm your identity, and a timer is going to show you how much time remains until the start of the exam. Once the exam starts, the first exam question will automatically appear. Do not refresh your browser. That's just going to mess things up, so try not to do that. Okay, so it'll look like this. You're going to enter your exam ID, and it's going to have a timer telling you when the exam is going to start. But hopefully, by the time you log in, it's showing you 30 minutes. Okay, hopefully not doing it this close to the exam start time. For most exams, the question is divided into parts labeled in alphabetical order. So for one, you may see A, B, C, D, E, F. Read through this if you like. I don't see anything that really stands out for me to point out to you. Managing your time, keep that timer visible, or set your own timer having an audio reminder. Losing track of time and not submitting a response before time runs out is not an acceptable reason for requesting makeup testing. Okay, so just make sure you keep track of your time. All right, submitting your response. Submitting your response is a two-step process. You're going to be attaching or pasting your response. And so this is what you're going to do. Let's say you took 5 photos, and those 5 photos are for your 5 pages of problem 1. You're going to go to the screen where you're ready to attach, and you're going to be, we're not going to be attaching test files. You're going to be attaching photos. So you're going to hit on your phone or on your tablet, you're going to click on Upload Photo, and then choose the photo, and then Upload Photo again, choose the second photo. So if you have 5 pages, you're going to do this 5 times. Okay. What you don't want to do is you don't want to upload one and then try to submit, because as soon as you hit submit, that's gonna it's gonna move you on to the next question. Okay. So careful. Do not hit this submit button until all of your pages have been loaded. And as you load each page, it should be showing you. Move this up closer here. It should be showing you the photo names that you're submitting. Okay. And then once you've submitted, once you finish your exam, you should see your exam is complete message. So look for this message at the end of your exam. If for some reason you're not seeing this, maybe there's a glitch and College Board doesn't receive it, then you can go to cb.org, request makeup to explain the situation and request a ticket for June makeup date. All right, a couple of recommendations as you are submitting your photo, and hopefully you'll get a chance to do this on the AP exam demo. You're going to use a white paper, either lined or unlined. You're going to write legibly. You're going to take a photo in a well-lit space, so make sure there's plenty of light in the room that you're taking the test. Take your photo overhead with the camera above, pointing down at the paper. Take your photo straight on, not at an angle, and try to frame your photo so that your paper is the only thing in the shot. Yeah, so as soon as you take your photo, double check and make sure the photo is legible and everything is clear. Okay. Again, you can only attach one photo at a time. Okay, so what you don't want to do is you don't want to line up all your pages and then take one photo from a bird's eye view. Okay, so only attach one photo for each page. Again, don't hit submit until you attach all your photos. Take your photo in portrait form and make sure that you are in that you have the correct format, JPEG and not HEIC. All right, what could go wrong while you're testing? If you accidentally close the browser, your device crashes, what you can do is you can try to go back to your exam. So you click on your exam e-ticket again to return to your exam. You may have lost a little bit of time, but at least you're able to get back into the exam. Okay. But if you realize that it's just too much disruption and you would prefer to do a makeup exam, then you can do request makeup. Okay, and again, don't refresh your browser or hit the back arrow. So that's something I want to make sure that I point out as well. Okay, don't hit the back arrow. And then there's no number to call. Okay, customer service won't be open due to the pandemic. If you lost too much time, you're going to be requesting a makeup exam through a form. All right, this is section 4, exam scores, credit, and placement. Your AP scores will be released in July, but in the past it's been during that July 4th weekend, but it's going to be a little bit later. It's going to be 1 week later than usual, so it's going to be around July 15th, that week of July 15th, when you start receiving your score. And before June 20th, you want to decide whether you want to send your scores to colleges. Okay, they can be sent for free as long as it's before June 20th. After June 20th, there's going to be fees associated with the report that you want to send to schools. So you want to do that before June 20th. Okay, credit and placement. And the last page that they have here is, make sure that you're working off of your Chrome browser and not the Internet Explorer. All right, so that's all I have from this AP guide. Again, I will be sure to have a session where you can ask questions, where I can go over material with you. Okay, so it'll be on that May 4th, May 5th, next Tuesday. I'll have a help session, and I will be sure to send out a reminder to you guys. All right, thanks for watching.